Kutam Milunudis Umid. We're getting straight to the fortress details today because, well, just because. Here you can see a large space that overhangs the cavern, cleared out and soon to be lined with individual bedrooms. I've a feeling that we'll soon be welcoming many new migrants, and we can't expect 20+ individuals to share the little dormitory near the surface. Well, not and have them keep up their chipper demeanours. So yes, bedrooms. As you've probably noticed, each room has a back wall that is 1 block from being the open air of the cavern below, and that has been done purposefully. I mentioned last episode that we wanted to start producing glass. Well, these bedrooms are one of the reasons for doing so. I don't want to spoil too much just yet, and there's a lot of work to be done before I unveil anything. So let's instead address this empty space here. You are currently looking at what will be the jewel of channel glazes. I plan, get this, for this entire area of floor to be replaced with glass, upon which the dwarves will be building the true tavern of channel glazes, in full view of the fortress below. How'd you like them, prickleberries? Oh, I'm so excited! Or at least I would be excited if the process for making glass wasn't such a chore. So here we are, just below the surface, and get back to work, Catten. Oh, hello, Cog. Getting a drink, are we? Lovely, lovely. What was I doing? Oh, yes, the glass. So, here you can see a couple of glass kilns, and just below them, a large room the dwarves carved out of the sand. Now, I know what you're thinking, and no, she wasn't flirting with you. She's just that nice to everybody. So for some blasted reason, the dwarves will only gather sand if there happens to be a glass kiln around. Probably a religious thing. Best not to question it. The dangers of chronic alcoholism in the workforce. Anyway, the dwarves have their glass kilns, so they're happy to gather sand now. Which they'll only do with bags, by the way. Not wheelbarrows, or rock pots, or barrels, or... yes. So they can then melt that down to make glass. Right? Wrong! Firstly, they're going to need fuel to get the glass kiln, which is separate to the ones above to help with expediency, to get it up to temperature. Hence, a wood furnace. Now, it's rather hard to miss the second wood furnace, and no, that isn't needed to convince the dwarves to cut down trees, thank me. That furnace is to perform the task of burning wood logs to ash, which is absent in the process of producing charcoal, apparently. I mean, surely burning wood is burning wood? Anyway, we need the ash in the glass-making process, but not as it is right now, of course. No, there haven't been enough buckets involved in the process. That is where the ashery comes in. A workshop that utilizes the bucket without water to turn humble ash into the much more versatile pot ash. But Flem, I hear you cry, what's the difference? Damned if I know, but we're still not done. On we go now to the pottery kiln. The potash has seen a bucket, and that'll never do. So we burn out the memories, and what emerges from the kiln is fine white powder pearl ash. Powder which the dwarves insist on handling and storing like bars, so the bloody mess is not important. Finally now, with our dwarves choking on 3 different fine particulates, we can transfer everything to the glass kiln and get ourselves some glass. A single, solitary block. Suffice to say, the glass block stocks are growing at a glacial pace. Aha, it's begun! See, I told you that we had migrants in our future. No, yes, Channel Glazes is starting to pick up steam. Here's Locum, the unfortunate name. Athel, a beekeeper, if I'm not mistaken. Not a profession we're in particular need of, but she's also a bit of a dancer, if I recall. Oh my, is that Feb? Eaten something that doesn't agree with him, poor dwarf. Lorbam the glassmaker, now there's a good one. Nil, yes, well. Me, Locum seems to have caught what Feb's got. Oh dear, maybe migrants weren't such a good idea after all. Oh no, it's Atia. That's why they're all running. No, by all that is holy, please don't tell me she brought... And here's Kol. Stone-mad Atia and her bloody bald homunculus Kolkabon. Yes, you heard that correctly. Wheeled odors. Her parents were not the most intelligent of dwarves, so wheelie stinky was the extent of their ability. Oh, but for a truly good thesaurus. Oh, damn, they're heading in of all the rotten luck. So, remember last episode when I said Lukey had left? Yes, this is the man. I have no idea how long he's been here at the edge of the desert, which is to say, I know he definitely left the area a year ago, and this is him returning. I just don't know how long he's been back. I haven't halted time. This is live feed of Lukey, standing on the edge of the desert, like a weirdo. Bloody creepy if you ask me. I'll just watch him for a little longer. Okay, it's been 2 weeks, even I have my limits. When you're done eating sand, join us at the fortress, won't you? Absolute basket case. Now, don't get excited. I saw the human in the Sugar of Tongs and made the same assumption, but Lukey is still in the desert. This is Dur again, she of the Lament of the Fair Maid, or the Dirty Spoon Song as the kids call it. I'm really starting to wonder regarding the type of stories that are being told regarding Channel Glazes out in the world proper. Perhaps we should ask some questions of our Queen Consort. Not a bad idea. Oh, by the 9 secret spices of Jalib's fish special, since when did we become a bloody human fortress? Why are those bandy-legged head-knockers coming to trade with us? Barely enough trade goods for one caravan. Hey, why are you taking your stinking beast through our fortress proper? Have you never heard of a trade entrance? Wait, no, you're going to spoil the... Sorry, everyone. Everything's all plugged back in. And look, we're already setting up to do our trade. Nothing shown off before it should be. Everything good. Now, I went a little overboard. There's no denying that. We ended up trading all of our prepared gems for a good selection of food and drink. But I've been thinking about it, and having 2 caravans in the year means we can spend even less time worrying about gathering, so that we can focus on what really matters. It's going to make things difficult come autumn and the dwarven caravans, which are only a couple of months away. But I think in the end, keeping the human suite will pay dividends with Project Big Egg. Because Emtha seems to be broken. Well, hey! Look! It's Lukey! He made it to the Sugar of Tongs eventually, and now he's petitioning to live with us at the fortress. Well, an emphatic yes to that. Possibly regretting his decision now as he listens to Dur sing, and no, we will not be listening in. Hopefully he takes up the hammer, and start turning some of our iron bars we've got into armor and weapons. It's probably past time that we should have a working military of some kind. No, it's probably fine. Make yourself at home, Lukey. Hello, Your Highness. Such a pleasure to greet you once more. Might I say you seem to have a spring in your step? She's excited remembering performing. Yes, moving on. Oh, would you look at that? She knows how to use the visitor's entrance. Now she's chasing Thicot up the... Wait! Oh, phew. Nearly spoiled the... Where is she going? Taking in the sights? Yes, the caverns are No! Thicot, if you could please choose somewhere to have a discussion. Ah, yes. There we... No. No. No! Thicot, just stay... No! Oh my me, wasn't that a palaver? Let's just get this done so I can go have a lie down. World is the same as ever. Yes, yes, I swear if it weren't for me, nothing would happen anywhere. Of course, that's literally true. Now on to the requests. Surprising nobody we're asking for drinks, though we've added charcoal, as we're now always in need, and gold because, well, why not? Relic Shimmered are desperate for armor and backpacks. Well, while we should be making armor, I'm afraid it's going to stay with us for the time being. Thank you as always, Your Highness. If you'd like to stick around, we'll be unveiling our new tavern before too long. Hee hee. Nanu's are shown. Bit of a weird trade this time. Not what we're getting, that's drinks, clothes and other odds and ends. No, more what we're handing out. A giant kangaroo we caught in a cage trap, and a barrel of different spices, plus a handful of small cut gems. I hope Relic Shimmered don't get a taste for this stuff. It's not like we're swimming in it. Traders seem happy though, so we'll just move on. Okay, it's finally time. Allow me to unveil Channel Glaze's brand new tavern, The Candies of Wire. We'll circle back to the name. First, I would like to draw attention to that most marvelous of marvels, the glass block floor. I can't lie, we've already had some issues with inebriated citizens finding their feet. Or should I say, not finding the ground beneath them. But another great thing about the glass is that it's wiped clean. There have been some complaints regarding the view from the fortress below. Really have to get Einod out of that dress of his. We're a progressive 21st century channel, but there's no underpants in Dwarf Fortress. Moving on, you'll note that the furniture is all made from iron. I wanted something just a little different and had so many bars of the stuff just clanging around. I think it looks spiffy, though the dwarves moaned about the weight and the constant sound of glass under intense strain. Wimps the lot of them. So finally, yes, the Candies of Wire. I could spend a year balanced on my head beneath a waterfall of molten ducks and still come up with a more sensible appellation. But half the fun is letting the dwarves name things. They've clearly settled on a sweet theme, and as nonsensical as it is, I'm just glad they're happy. Oh, quickly look! It happened! Lukey is smithing! You might not understand my excitement, so allow me to explain. As a deity, I have the ability to nudge the minds of the citizens within the fortress to get them doing whatever it is I need them to do. This doesn't work with any beastmen that join us, however. They just don't have the brains. Now, I've never discovered what a Hue is, but from context, they're tall, bald, and dumb enough to drag the average down. So I can't make Lukey do anything his little human brain hasn't... Drat, he's off to get a drink. Guaranteed by the time he comes back some dwarf will have taken up the tongs. Oh well, short of banning all dwarven smith work, we'll probably never see him at it again. But never mind. Enjoy your drink, you strange little man. And the bedrooms are finished. Aren't they just perfect? You can see we utilised the glass blocks to create windows at the back of each of the rooms. This is why we left that single block of cavern wall between the rooms and the cavern below. Imagine living underground and still having to deal with the feeling of open space. Yuck! No, see, what we did was get the dwarves to smooth the rock, and then carve beautiful, random pictures into that rock, which we then faced with the beautiful transparent glass. I'm sure there are some that would point and sneer at this as the height of folly, but I assure you that the inclusion of glass will prevent any wear and tear on the engravings. We're protecting the beauty for future generations. And of course the bedrooms continue to the south, with more planned out westward, beyond Ficut's new office. But we'll have to take a look at all of that next episode. Time has made fools of us, and the humans are back to trade, meaning the dwarven caravans are not far behind. Almost 2 years have passed, if you'll believe it. Channel Glazes is growing more resplendent by the day, and I am simply bursting with pride for our dwarves. Though I am noticing some sullen faces, so perhaps we will spend some time praying in our new temple and relaxing in our new tavern. Maybe a feast or a holy day. It's been a while since anybody was sacrificed to rejuvenate my eternal life essence. Well, we shall see. As always, it has been my great pleasure to have you here today, my friends. Look after yourselves. Anus, Eshon. I'm going to do something a little different for this end screen and make my request as honest as I can. We're close to 100 subscribers. Such a tiny little mark on the roadmap, but one that I am so excited to reach. So, if you wouldn't mind, I'd be terribly grateful.